To it, what is CryoChain?
It's a platform that includes logistics, cold storage, but then also data processing and computing so that we can get the most up-to-date data in the area and then provide that data to farmers, to ministries, to whoever needs that information so that they can take it to the next level and really provide equity and revenue for the country.
What has your research showed you in terms of that?
When we engaged the students in particular, those from the Koforidua Technical University, we got a completely different perception. It appears people want to get into agric now. It's no longer perceived the same way they did in the past, where agric was seen to be for the peasants or for poor people. People are beginning to see that money can be made, and that's usually the motivation for young people when they're trying to pursue a career. We've had some engagements with some of the students at KTU, and personally, I don't know how you felt about it, but it felt like they're very eager to get into agric.
How serious is the Ghana's post-harvest losses situation? How serious is it?
It's very serious. I think it's like 50 to 60%. That's how much we're losing. And so farmers are having their produce get rotten in the farms, not making it to market. And sometimes even if they make it out of the farms, they just don't have the route to market. And so things get rotten. And then later on down the line, those same things are in short supply. And so if you have this kind of cold storage, then at least you can have the prices can be regulated better, because at least then all year round you can find produce. And then also it will help because then food security becomes an issue that we've solved. Yeah, but 50 to 60% post-harvest loss is a major thing. So
what do you see to be the impact of CryoChain in the farming or agric space in general?
One other benefit would be price stability, because what we discovered while we were engaging the farmers is that there, and I heard this for the first time when we went to speak to them, market queens who determine the price. So you farm for however many months, you bring the produce, and they determine how much they'll buy it for on that day. So my personal experience, 3 weeks ago, I bought this, the pin bucket of tomatoes for, I think it was $150. Yesterday, on my way from Koforidua, that same pin bucket, she said $350 or something ridiculous. So I didn't end up buying. And this is all because there's nowhere to store the tomatoes. So the farmers bring their tomatoes, and the market queens will tell you this is how much we are willing to pay on this occasion. So the scarcity pushes the price up and all of those things. So this will be a huge benefit for them. And I think it's because we're also off-takers in this scenario, as Will described. Because we are buying it on a regular basis, they just focus on the farming. We are empowering them with the tools they need and the fertilizer and whatnot. So they know that when I bring it back, this is how much I'll be getting from these people.
So what makes the solution you're providing in terms of CryoChain different from other cold storage solutions that already exist?
2% cold storage throughout Western Africa. We in Ghana sit between 1.5 to 2. All of it sits at the port. So one of the biggest things that we're doing is that we're moving from the port of Temo to Enyi. So that's one. The other one, typically the cold storage, is people are just storing it for their own. Farmers will be storing it for themselves, and then they have their off-takers. We found now that we can't do it that way. We must become the off-takers. We must become the facilitators. So that's a big work.
Conceptualizing what you're going through, obviously there would have been challenges. What have been some of the challenges and perhaps your growth stories so far on this journey?
Because I'm Ghanaian and I've done some business here in Ghana for a bit, I'm hoping this will not become one of them. But you see, in Ghana, when you do business, and you also have some of these authorities trying to frustrate you, the more they see you're doing well, they want to come after you. So I'm just praying. You've not asked this question, but I just want to throw it in there.
That when we come for you.
Yes.
One day with the consultant that was helping us to register the business, he came back with like 10 different rates. And so clearly I could tell that whoever was at the office over there didn't even know how to go about it. And it's like, this thing needs to be looked at properly. And so those have been my real frustrations here. And then one other thing too was that in the beginning, Will, he moves so fast. You see the way he talks? This is the same way he moves. Everything he does is so fast. Listen, I'm a Ghanaian woman. We take our time, okay? We take our time.